What's up, my wizards? It's Dev from SBMTG here again with some more Dragons of Tarkir spoilers. We keep doing this. We keep meeting like this. We've got some really good stuff today. A little mixed with some not so great, but we'll gloss through that. We've got some really good stuff today. So let's get right to it. Silumgar's command is really good. This is a 5 mana but instant speed fantastic thing that does all the good stuff. 4/5 mana and instant speed. You get to choose two. You can negate, or you can boomerang, or you can nameless inversion, or you can destroy a planeswalker. You can destroy a planeswalker and do something else. So yeah, all of these are very desirable options, especially when mixed. You know, you could boomerang and destroy a planeswalker. You could destroy a creature and destroy a planeswalker. You could counter a planeswalker and destroy a planeswalker. So I'm not saying that that's going to be the most commonly used mode on the card. I think maybe bounce something and kill a guy is going to be a very popular mode. It's a built-in 2-for-1. Some people say it maybe cost a mana too much, but those people are asking for an awful lot. I am going to rate this card very high, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and just say that this card, in my opinion, is an 8, because it will see standard play. It will see play in blue-black control, maybe a silver bullet copy more in the board, or maybe even a 2-of in the main. This will see play. Next, I want to talk about 2 damn cards at the same damn time. We've got Ultimate Price and Roast. Ultimate Price, a fantastic reprint right now. And Roast, really good, especially in the board, I think, for red-white, aggro, and the red, the mono-red that we see running around. These are both good cards. Let me just run through this real quick. Both of these cards kill Goblin Rabblemaster. They kill almost everything in red-white tokens, including Monastery of Swiftspear and Seeker of the Way. They kill almost everything in blue-white Heroic. That's fantastic, save for like 1 creature. Courser of Krufix and Brimaz. And Roast kills Siege Rhino, which is very important. And Ultimate Price kills Stormbreath Dragon, which is pretty important as well. Yeah, obviously these are both key removal pieces right now in the sideboard mostly. Ultimate Price probably will see Silver Bullet or 2-of copies in your blue-black control and some other things. But yeah, I think these are both premium removal spells in both limited and constructed. I am going to rate both of them equally a 7.5 for right this moment here. I think that they will, like I said, see some main deck and mostly sideboard play in constructed, almost guaranteed. So like I said, we got some not so impressive stuff. So about 4 or 5 of those cards are not great. So I'm going to just run through those real fast for you and tell you how I think they're bad. First bad thing, we got Assault of Dragons. And yeah, people are saying that this, with the 2 mana enchantment that they just spoiled a few days ago, there it is, I'll put it up, is a combo in that you can just sacrifice, I think it's 4 or 5, yeah, it's 5 guys, and you put 5 4/4s into play, you deal 20 damage, and you win the game. So, seems good, right? But honestly, that's a little niche. It is all the 1 color, that's kind of interesting, but 6 mana is very high. That is, you need all those guys, you need these 2 cards, and it is theoretically a combo, but I just think that seems very casual, honestly. Assault of Dragons, probably relatively good in sealed, maybe. I'm not quite sure even about that, actually. It's not like this is a new overrun or even a new mob rule, for that matter. I'll go ahead and just give Assault of Dragons a 5. Just a flat 5. I'm not a big fan. Next up in the not-so-great pile, we've got a really good card for limited, at least there's that. Cunning Breeze Dancer is what I'm referring to right now. Yeah, 6 mana 4/4 flying, double prowess, we'll just call this. Bread and butter in limited will not see standard play. I think we can more or less all agree on that one. So I'll give him a little better than Assault of Dragons. He gets a 5.5, whole half a point higher. Not, you know, he's bad. Next up, one of the worst cards that's been spoiled so far. This is Stormwing Dragon, and nothing that he does is good. Not really. I mean, let me know. Again, maybe I'm missing something. I'm always trying to be objective. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't like the way he's costed. I don't like his Megamorph cost, or even really the ability. It's just super win more for way too much mana, and I'm not even like, he's a 3/3 flyer in sealed. He Megamorphs, you know, it's maybe, you know, probably play him in sealed, but even then he's outclassed by every other dragon in the set. So I don't know. I'll just go ahead and just say 4. This guy's a 4. all day. Yeah, let's talk briefly about Sunbringers Touch. Yeah, when you first read it, this seems kind of interesting, and this is closer to a new overrun than Assault of Dragons, definitely. But still not in any way impressive at all, Each creature with a +1/+1 counter gets trample until end of turn. Breaks up limited stalemates. Again, I'm just not a huge fan of this card, and I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's kind of lame. It's a 5. Flat 5. F this card. Next up, let's step it up. Let's get a little bit better. Let's talk about Epic Confrontation. Yeah, sort of the prey upon of this set, and green needed a card exactly like this. I like the extra toughness bump a whole lot. Just that one extra toughness is gonna mean a lot of difference, and it's still pretty well costed. It's not 1 mana, but still, that's not bad. Again, I want it to be instant speed. These effects normally aren't. But in any case, like I said, I like fighting. I like it in limited. It may, but probably not at all, see constructed play. And that's why I'm going to give it a 6.5 for right now. So I don't know how much I'm feeling this card, if at all, but I will say in limited, you will play this all day. Here is one of my favorite stupid names of the set so far. Let's talk about Bloodshin Fanatic. It's great. Simultaneously great and horrible name. Bloodshin is very interesting and hard to judge. I am a fan of Black, White, and Mardu warriors, and most people I know are. Most people I know also want there to be 1 or 2 more pieces in that deck. This might be the piece the deck needs. I'm gonna say probably not. I think that a 3-mana 3/3 warrior sounds great, but there needs to be something. I don't know what to do for warriors. I have no solutions to offer, Mr. President, but I will say that the plan is shaky. Okay, here's what you need to know about me. Sacrificing creatures, I love that effect. I love being able to sacrifice my guys for an effect, and then use those with cards like Bloodsoaked Champion and get them back. I usually am a fan of stuff like Cartel Aristocrat is a big example there. Now, in conjunction, I know I'm talking a lot about this card, but I'm really on the fence about it. I want it to be good so bad, but I also want to be objective. So I don't want to count this card out entirely, but considering that it is slightly niche, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 6 3/4 for now. I know that could go up depending on how much it's used, but it's only going to be used in the one deck. We can all agree on that. Here's another guy that I feel like it's slightly tough to call. Den Protector. Den Protector, people have been also, hyped about him. They've been like, oh, he's the new Eternal Witness and all this. No, he is not the new Eternal Witness. Again, I don't like Megamorph, even though his Megamorph is obviously pushed, very aggressively costed compared to other Megamorph costs. Regrowth is good. That's a good ability. I think the format will have to slow down significantly before this is entirely great. It is value. Value is always good. Good Magic players love value more than pretty much anything else. But I will say right now, I'll give it a flat 7. Just a flat 7. It could be better or it could be worse. Here's a guy. Here's a friggin' guy. Let's talk about Dragonlord Ojutai. Ojutai is good, man. Ojutai is very good. 5 mana is not bad. 5 mana is really not bad for a Dragonlord, who has hexproof as long as he's untapped. That is kinda super amazingly cool. Hopefully, it'd be really stupid if we saw and this is kind of casual, but if we saw like a 1 mana white enchantment or something that gives a creature vigilance, that hilarious. And when he does combat damage, you get to anticipate. That's neat. That's really relevant too. Let me just say, that's fantastically relevant. I like Ojutai a lot. He is easily my favorite Dragonlord spoiled so far, more so than Jamocha. I think that this is just that good. It's a blue-white control finisher that protects itself well and gets you advantage on combat damage. These are all the things that control players want, and this card will see play. I'm going to give this card an 8. Straight up 8. That's pretty high, but I'm going to do it. 8. Here's another guy that protects himself, but nowhere near as well. This is Shorecaster Elemental. I like him. 3 mana, obviously he'll only be in blue intensive decks if he's in any decks at all. I think that maybe the 3 blue is too prohibitive to be in anything with more colors. But maybe not. Blue-white control, maybe, but I think blue-white control has better options. But that being said, this guy's really neat. He's obviously reminiscent of Morphling and Aetherling and those guys. But the most efficiently costed that one of those guys has ever been. He ends the game in 4 swings. He doesn't have any sort of evasion, which is kind of an issue. But he protects himself incredibly well, which, as I've said before, is what you want in a control deck. So I'm going to give this guy a 7 right this second, but I think that he will at least be experimented with. Say that. Next up, this is a really good reanimation target. Let's talk about Atarka Dragonlord. Really cool enter the battlefield trigger. Super cool. Basically destroy a planeswalker that's not like Ugin or that doesn't have 6 loyalty. Anyway, yeah, that's not bad. Or just bust up most of your opponent's team. At least 2 guys on your opponent's team. This is a built-in 2-for-1 most times. As a reanimation target, which there are good reanimation spells. By the way, I really like, what is it, Return or Rescue from the Underworld? I don't know why that's never seen play. I really like that card. And especially now we have good enter the battlefield guys, and this is one of the best if you don't want to pay his full converted mana cost. I don't know how much play Atarka will actually see, so I'm going to give him a 7.25 as it stands right now, but reanimation target, y'all, and we've got plenty of ramp that could play this guy, so maybe there, possibly. It's a thing. Last card I want to talk about. You may have noticed that I saved him for last. Let's talk about another Planeswalker that got spoiled. This is Sarkhan Unbroken, and every single thing he does is good. I'm torn. You'll notice that I hate every Magic card ever. I love Rug, but I don't know how much play Rug or Teamer is really seeing or going to see. This is maybe the birth of 4 or 5 color control, perhaps, or not necessarily control, just like a 4 or 5 color mid-range deck, because literally every single thing he does is relevant. Even his ultimate. The first time I read his ultimate, I reread it to make sure I was reading that right. Being able to draw a card, very good. He does protect himself in the form of being able to put a dragon into play. That's usually the base qualifier for a Planeswalker. Does it protect itself well? Yes. You can basically for 5 mana get 8 power out of this guy and do nothing else. Or you can get incredible advantage by just drawing cards and adding extra mana for ramp into your pool. And that works too if we're talking 4 or 5 color control. That works very, very well. Sarkhan I like a whole lot. I'm going to give him the same score I gave Narset, actually, an 8.25. Like I said, he's in weird colors, but people will play him. We will find a way to play this guy because he's good. That looks like all the spoilers that we got so far today. There will be more of those, so just keep checking Mythic Spoiler or whatever your spoiler site of choice is. And while you're at it, subscribe to Strictly Better MTG so that every time more spoilers come out, you'll see an email and it'll be like, hey, Strictly Better MTG put out a new video. You'll be like, yes, awesome. And then you'll watch it. And it'll be cool for all of us involved. I'm Dev from SBMTG. Leave comments in the thing below where there's a place for you to do that. And I will see you guys next time.